from our second cohort in Kenya, who will share a little bit about his learning and experience and what he would recommend sort of are the ways to get the most out of this program. We'll then have an opportunity to meet the partners for BimaLab Nigeria. And most importantly, we'll have a chance to meet all of you, which is what we're most excited about. You'll have an opportunity to introduce yourself and your company. And then at the end, you'll have a chance to hear from me, Celine, and possibly the team from Oneovation as we talk about the program overview and next steps. So with that, I will hand it over to Abba, who's going to sort of take lead for the next couple of segments. And particularly to welcome you all to BimaLab.
Thank you very much, Emma. Good morning, everyone. You're welcome to this program this morning. As we are all aware, FSD Africa and the National Insurance Commission have partnered to launch BimaLab. And the BimaLab is an accelerated program that is designed to boost development and adoption of digital solutions for the insurance sector in Nigeria. The aims of BimaLab is to address the gaps by educating, nurturing, promoting innovators and Insurtech startups. As we are all aware, the program is already on in Kenya. And as the program goes on, we are going to hear the experience, what is happening in Kenya, what they have done so far, what are the lessons to learn, and so on. So that is all about BimaLab Nigeria. We are welcoming you to this program, which will take some time while we are preparing and getting you through all that is required. At this juncture, I want to invite the head of the strategy department of the Commission, Mr. Usman Jankara. Mr. Jankara, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Good morning.
I would like to invite Mr. Jankara to take us on the Nigerian insurance market. As Emma has said, what is the composition? Where are we? What are we doing? And so on and so forth. So, Mr. Jankara, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Abba. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Elias. Everybody here. Good morning again. I'm sorry I wasn't well prepared. I just got an invite to just talk not quite long ago. Of course, we are in the Nigerian insurance industry. So I will briefly just talk about the industry. Again, let me welcome everybody to BimaLab Nigeria Accelerator program for this week. On behalf of the management and staff of the Commission, I wish to express our sincere gratitude to FSD Africa and the organizers and managers of the BimaLab Nigeria. Of course, it is important we say this because we do not take this for granted. It's not something you get coming every other day. So we are extremely grateful. The Nigerian insurance industry currently has 14 composite companies, 14 life companies, 27 non-life companies, 3 reinsurance companies, 4 Takaful companies, and 4 micro insurance companies. Of course, it's served by about 532 insurance brokers, as well as 56 loss adjusters and about 6,700 insurance agents who currently help in selling insurance to about 210 million Nigerians. Of course, we would have to briefly just look at the performance of the insurance industry over the last 3 years. That is, we differ from 2019. The insurance industry had recorded a premium of 508 billion naira. In 2020, that increased to about 514 billion. And in 2021, of course, the figure we have for 2021 is still based on best of judgment, and that we had 630 billion in 2021. Looking at that, of course, when you then look at it, the increase in premium growth had been 19.24% in 2019-2020, 1.2% in 2020. Of course, that was because of the COVID-19 pandemic, 23% in 2021. Of course, that was because of the gradual economic recovery from the impact of COVID-19 pandemic and some of the ongoing reforms that have been implemented, which has now improved the visibility of the Nigerian insurance industry in the national scene. Of course, when you look at the premium in claims ratio, it's about 44% 2019, 48% 2020, and 55% in 2021. Of course, the increment in 2021, which is 55%, was attributed to the NSAS process and increased awareness as a result of the increased visibility of the insurance industry. On the face of all this data, of course, it would appear that the Nigerian insurance industry is making a significant improvement, of course, in terms of premium income, and indeed it is. But we are far behind when you look at this industry figure, especially when you relate to the gross domestic product of Nigeria. Of course, that is the insurance penetration rate in Nigeria, which has oscillated around 0.3% to 0.6%. Of course, for advanced economies, for instance, their premium, their insurance penetration rate has been around 7 to 22%. While Africa is almost around 3%. So that tells you we are far behind, okay? So now what it means is that the insurance industry is currently lagging behind and needs to reassess its business model. Of course, it needs to also reevaluate their strategy. It needs to also make innovation a high priority. If this is not done, of course, it will be very difficult to deliver on customers' expectations. In recognition of this, the Commission has always believed that there is a need for new entrants, particularly of Insurtech companies, leading digital competitors. Of course, this is because we believe that it will enliven the industry to its responsibility and leverage on technology to make insurance not only accessible, but also fit to needs of the ever-dynamic insurance customer base in Nigeria. This is therefore the time for insurers to evolve and respond. However, this will require a different set of skills, culture, and operating model. Otherwise, the changing customer needs and expectation that we're talking about, the fast-changing digital space and systems and technology, and the cost reduction and improved reliability that will come from it will be something that will be a mirage. And so, because there are these challenges, of course, such as the legacy technology issues in the insurance industry, the analog workforce, and of course, importantly, the resource inadequacy, we need to then find new ways to do things better for the discerning generation of young and vibrant Nigerians who are not groomed to endure long wait or having to commute from one end of the city to another just to be able to access usage-based insurance products or even merely buy an insurance policy. So what this entails is that the Nigerian insurance industry must embrace creativity, innovation, and new ways of doing things or doing old things differently with the use of technology and, of course, through innovative ideas, rather than insisting on protecting the traditional ways of doing business. So this is why we believe the BimaLab Nigeria is a program that is imperative and has come at the right time. Having said that, I wish to end this remark by thanking again FSD Africa for the support. I also wish to thank the organizers and as well as the managers of this program for a job well done. I thank you and do have a great and rewarding deliberation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jankara, for this overview of the Nigerian insurance market. I'm sure we are more enlightened with the details of the composition of the market. And as you have said, the Commission, under the leadership of Mr. O.S. Thomas, has always emphasized on the need for innovation and digital transformation, which is one of the key ingredients in the Insurtech. Thank you very much. Emma, do you have anything to say?
No, just well, a little something. Just a big thank you from the implementers for NICOM being here with us, taking time to welcome and also to help those in this cohort to understand your perspective around the Nigerian insurance market, the opportunities, you know, part of, and Joel will speak to this, but one of the advantages of being part of BimaLab is your ability to engage with the regulator and your willingness to participate, to share, just indicates what a fantastic partnership this will be. So thank you so much for that.
All right, thank you, Emma. Next on the program is we are going to take testimonials, BimaLab 2. And to help us with this, let me invite Joel. Are you with us? Joel?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Joel is the co-founder and CEO Multishow. You're welcome.
All right, thanks. Hi, everyone. I think the last time I was in Nigeria, they used to say, you know, there's no Wahala. I'm a bit late, but then I'm here. So my name is Joel. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Multishow. We were part of the BimaLab 2 winners. And I'll quickly jump into just touch on at least 7 of the things that I think would be key for any participant in the program in terms of, you know, what we went through and how the experience was for us and what we ended up gaining from the engagement with BimaLab, facilitators, advisors, mentors, and the program itself. So for us, it was, I'll talk about the first thing, which is the program benefits. And for us, it was basically the way BimaLab helped us crystallize our idea in terms of what we wanted to approach the industry with, you know, how to help improve the existing models that we had or we thought would be, you know, what customers would be interested in. But then through the program, we're able to know that, you know, some of the approaches that we're taking were, you know, essentially what was going to work, what was not going to work. And they helped us answer some of the challenges that we were encountering through the operation of the business in the setup, right? So BimaLab itself, like the way, and you guys will get to interact with this program and you'll understand quickly that, you know, they are very, very, very well, you know, like people who are experienced, people who are knowledgeable in the industry, and people who bring in immense wealth in terms of what they can add to the table for Insurtechs looking to disrupt the market, right? So we did engage on the mentorship program, and we had our own, like we had 2 different mentors. And what we were able to gather from that was, you know, you get to learn from people in the space, and, you know, people walk you through, you know, the program and advise you on things that, you know, you might be having a challenge on, or things that you thought of ideating on, and maybe they might have a bit of experience in that same industry, and give us very, very good pointers in terms of how we're approaching the go-to-market strategy for our business, and how we're going to leverage, you know, the existing models and things that have worked in the market that have not worked, so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel, essentially. So you have to take advantage of the office hours, right? So at the end of the day, for us, we really did give as much attention to the program as we could, and we joined every class, you know, met every mentor, every advisor that was matched with us. And what we ended up with was, one, we're able to create partnerships through those mentors, right? So we got to interact with companies within the ecosystem that were working on something similar, or guys who had the same challenges that we're having, and we ended up, you know, creating some partnership throughout the program with either the cohort members and guys who are outside of the cohort. In terms of content, I think you'll find that the content is very, very focused on insurance and focused on business itself, right? So it's a mix and match of those two things. And for us, the content was super well curated around different aspects of either building the startup or even, and with more specific emphasis on the insurance space and with, the regulators' inputs in terms of what it is we're trying to approach in terms of the product that we're taking to the market. So the program ran for 3 months for us, and some of the post-accelerator benefits that we got were, other than just normal partnerships with, I think we've done 3 within the cohort members. We also got to, create friendships with people in the industry, whether it's on the regulation side, whether it's existing insurance companies, whether it's just other Insurtechs. And, we got a bit of media coverage as well. And, the support system that BimaLab facilitators, create for you, enable you to, even like not be very lonely on this very lonely journey of trying to build a startup in insurance in Africa, which is very, very hard to do. And, like we had networking events, we got to catch up with, they could, like what we did very well was essentially, really bug Emma and her team to introduce us to people that might be keen on, reaching out to, having conversations with. And, I kept on inboxing and emailing her and telling her, we need to talk to so-and-so, I need you to help me set up this. And that happened within the cohort, right? Now, before the cohort, we couldn't get access to some of those people, but then through this program, we're able to get access, and, it bore fruit for us. The facilitators are super competent. They are incredible resources. Please use them to the best of your abilities, and I know they have the best intentions for you and your business. So, you come, like for us, we approach this from a very, very, like, it's like when you went to, first day of school, right? You're excited, you're keen, you're curious, you're asking questions, you're engaging the program, you're asking for more resources or more content. And that helped us not only just doing the program, but then also even helped us like make the business way better. In terms of the business itself, for us, we grew 100 times in terms of number of users post BimaLab. And the revenues, of course, like quadrupled, right, for us. And that is through the partnership we're able to get, and through some of the learnings and some of the introductions we got throughout the program. So again, the overall experience, I think you will find it's, if you leverage the program to the best of your ability, you'll definitely come out on the other side as a better business and as a better person. So one thing to note is that the guys who are in the cohort, we ended up creating like a support WhatsApp group for founders. And that has been immensely helpful, where we share challenges, we share, opportunities, news, whatever is happening in the ecosystem. And that has helped us keep in touch, not only on regulation changes or things that are happening in that space on that front, but also like, we got in some companies to get like, one company got acquired by another company in the cohort. So that was super exciting. And as I said, like at the end of the day, we all want to increase the penetration of insurance in Africa. We want to help, our fellow Africans get a safety net, right? In different niches of the market. So I'll encourage everyone to, as a cheat sheet, and Emma might bite my head later, but please engage the program fully. Please utilize as much resources that you're given and connect to as many people as you can and utilize this to the best of your ability. And I'll wish all of you the best. For guys who are interested in the mobility space and providing, like insurance to Okada riders, commuters and all that, happy to engage with you guys. And I'll leave my LinkedIn in the chat and look forward to seeing, what happens at the end of this program. All the best, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joel, for your contribution. We all must have benefit from what you have said, and I hope that we are going to have lessons for Nigeria to learn from your experiences. Thank you very much. Emma, do you have anything to say?
Just as always, thank you, Joel. I think I said this, I've said this many times, but Joel truly took full advantage of BimaLab Kenya. He really made the program work for him, took advantage of every partnership, connection, interaction with the regulator, opportunity to link with the existing cohort and to build relationships outside of the program. And so, as he said, everything listed today, take as your cheat sheet. If you follow those steps, you'll get the most out of this program. Joel has also shared his LinkedIn, so please take time to check in with Joel. If you are in the mobility space and you want to learn about what he's doing or hear more about the research that he's leading to better understand how to interact with his customer and what really gets boda riders or motorcycle riders to adopt insurance, take time to connect with him. So absolutely, thank you so much. I'm going to send it back to you as we get ready to meet the partners.
Thank you very much, Emma. We are going to, as she said, meet the partners for this program. I'm glad to introduce to you Elias Amande, the Senior Manager, Risk Regulations, FSD Africa. Elias, are you with us?
Elias?
Yes, yeah, I'm with you, but maybe we can have Sitara taking.
Okay. Also, Sitara Merchant, the CEO SCBF. Sitara, are you with us? Okay, I don't know if she have any technical issue with this system.
She might. So let us do a quick behind the scenes follow up. And Elias, it actually looks like you're going to kick us off while we connect with Sitara.
Right. Thank you very much. And it's great to meet all of you guys. And first and foremost, just to want to congratulate the team that has been selected. It's great to have all of you being part of this particular program. Because we know very well that needed but not prioritized, relied upon but not trusted. These are the perceptions that we generally get when people interact within the insurance sector. We are aware that the sector is still grappling with the challenge of delivering relevant products for a very long time, especially to customers at the base of the economic pyramid. And we are also fully aware that currently only 3% of African GDP is driven by insurance. And if you compare that with what we see as a global average, particularly in the world, we kind of have around 7% of the world average driven by the insurance premiums. Now, insurance providers do really provide a safety net for many external threats, such as natural disasters, health, and also economic disruptions. And one of the key things that we are fully aware about is that in terms of the exposure in Africa, Africa is highly exposed, and there's need to look at ways in which we would, in a way, reduce this particular exposure, particularly in regard to the protection gap. Now, the biggest question that basically comes in mind is then how do we respond to these risks that need to be addressed? At the same time, how then do we ensure that this particular component that is really needed in Africa gains the right perception, because I've already mentioned that in terms of how we perceive insurance in Africa, the perception is generally low, and there's need to catalyze that. Now, as FSD Africa, we highly look at ways in which we can catalyze the financial markets, and we are working closely with the National Insurance Commission of Nigeria, and we are happy to continually partner with NICOM, and they have kind of provided us with a very good ground in which we can catalyze change in Nigeria and basically enable us bring that particular change that will have an impact within the insurance sector. We look into making finance work for Africa, and for that, then we run a number of programs, and in this case, then we initiated this particular BimaLab program to look at ways in which we could harness innovation with an intention of enabling the innovators to get their solutions from an idea stage, more of a market viable solution, to a component that will highly attract investors, at the same time be ready for market. This particular partnership, together with NICOM and also our partner SCBF, the Swiss Capacity Building Facility, really will kind of bring the needed change within the sector. Now, one of the key things that also it's good to mention is that this is not the first time we are supporting this kind of an initiative. We've so far managed to conduct BimaLab in 2 other countries. In Kenya, where we initiate this particular project, we've seen tremendous success, particularly with the people that did participate, the Insurtech that did participate in that particular program. We've seen quite interesting products coming through. We've seen great partnerships that really drive the change that is highly needed in Africa. Now, we've also done the same in Ghana. The current program in Ghana is currently ongoing, and we're looking at ways in which we'll also catalyze change in Ghana. Now we are in Nigeria, the capital city of Africa. Most of the time, that is how we refer to Nigeria. And we believe that this particular program will improve access and efficiency of insurance services and products. At the same time, will enable NICOM to adjust the ways in which they look at innovations, and also in terms of how these particular products will be delivered, will provide a ground that will enable customers to feel what we call a customer centricity. There's always a gap between the insurance sector and the customers, and the only way to really improve that is by digitizing a number of fronts and kind of creating products that resonate to the needs of these particular persons. Now, we have never, I would say, doubted this particular process because these innovations will kind of address some of the challenges that are currently faced in Nigeria, and take that, basically address those particular challenges with an intention of even increasing the insurance penetration in Nigeria. I've mentioned that penetration is quite low, particularly in Africa. And also, if you look at the numbers, we need to kind of do much work also within Nigeria. So to leverage on such innovations, we are looking to enhance visibility and push resources to talented founders of early to mid-stage startups. We are looking into harnessing the innovations to address issues around inclusion, to provide access to the insurance product, but also just to increase the penetration in Nigeria. Now, we are happy that we are initiating this particular program. As FSD Africa, we will always provide the much needed support. We are looking also into even providing not only the technical resources, but also financial resources where it might be needed. We've initially provided grants funding to a number of Insurtechs in the past. And we believe that by providing this particular, by providing both technical and financial support, it will enable us basically reach meet the intended purpose and the objectives of this particular program. Mine is just to again congratulate the team that has been selected. We are looking forward to work with you. I'm looking forward to be in Nigeria in the next couple of days, and I'm looking forward to meet all of you just to kind of see and get to interact and further just to take this particular process going forward. Furthermore, thank you, NICOM, for allowing us to work together. Thank you, Usman, and also you need to pass my regards to the Commissioner for Insurance, Thomas Sunday, for really working to enabling us to work in Nigeria with an intention of catalyzing this change. Also, the team that has put this together, the Telestic team, and even our other partners that I might not mention all of them, but I know they have worked behind the scenes to get this particular program ongoing. We thank you. And mine is just to say thank you very much, and we are looking forward to interact and create the really necessary change within Nigeria. Thank you very much, and back to you, Emma and Abba. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elias. Thank you. And on behalf of the Commission, I want to say that we are also happy and ever ready to work with you and to partner on anything that will bring the progress and growth of the Nigerian insurance market and Africa at large. On behalf of Mr. Usman, because he is not with us, we actually had to pull him from another meeting to join us here. So he had asked me to apologize on his behalf because he had gone back to his meeting. So he cannot be with us till maybe the end of the program, but he promised once he's done, he will come back here and join us.
Wonderful.
So is Sitara ready for us?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all, and it's a real pleasure to be part of BimaLab and to be one of the main partners and supporting BimaLab. We are, I'm not going to be as eloquent, I have to say, as Elias, but we think that this is a hugely important initiative. I think if anything, COVID has taught us that, you can't take chances. We need to create both COVID and climate change, all of the things that are happening in the world today have really been accelerated and accentuated in the last 18 months. And I think resilience is such an important component of helping lower income populations and the emerging markets. And I think BimaLab is so aligned with the whole thinking around Insurtechs and the opportunity that Insurtechs present. So we're really super excited to be part of this initiative. We will be supporting in a few ways. One, we will be inviting some of the BimaLab companies to be able to come and request funding or apply for technical assistance funding. So that's one way. We'll also be interacting with, it's not a sure thing that they will receive the funding, of course, because we have our process that we need to follow, but absolutely invite them. And then we will also be engaging with the entrepreneurs that are part of the BimaLab intervention initiative. So we're super excited, and I just want to thank everyone around the table and those that are here and not able to be here for having us as a partner and giving us this opportunity to be, part of this amazing initiative. I don't know, is there something else you wanted me also to cover? Did you want me?
I would love just to know a little bit more about Swiss Capacity Building Facility, just maybe 1 or 2 minutes, also so that companies can think about how they can engage best with you all as partners.
Okay, so the Swiss Capacity Building Facility is basically our grant funding facility. We fund very specifically technical assistance. So normally what we do is the funding goes to the technical assistance provider, who then works with the financial institution to be able to develop client-centric financial products or services. We normally have a tripartite agreement, so a three-way agreement between the technical assistance provider, the financial institution that will be delivering the financial products, and ourselves. And we ensure that there is always skin in the game, and the way in that we do that is we have the financial institution contributes in kind 20% of the grant that we fund. So for example, the maximum grant amount that we have is 150,000, and the maximum duration is 2 years. So, and there's some other requirements that go with that. We are very focused on increasing outreach to new clients, and as such, we require, as part of the grant, to have a minimum, and we often ask for more, a minimum of 4,000 in outreach of new clients. The more that you can actually do and achieve, of course, makes your application stronger, so we're more interested in that. I'm happy to share, perhaps in the link, our website, and I'll do that once I'm done talking, but to share with you the link and information on our website of how you can apply and what the requirements are and all of that. We've done some great, we are a member-based organization, and so one of the things that makes us unique is that we bring together, we're a public-private platform, and we bring together public and private partners. And we have a very small footprint in terms of staff and staff costs, because we use our member base to review applications that come in, and those members are oftentimes in the countries in which these projects are taking place. And so they're able to validate. So many companies don't invest in the space, as you know, because the amount of due diligence is required. So in our case, we have members who are on the ground, are able to do that due diligence and endorse projects to really understand whether it's a viable option, and as part of that process, they also provide technical expertise, not in the paid sense, but in the improving the proposal and trying to strengthen the proposal so that it really is successful. I'm happy to take any questions or if there are any comments, and I will put the links into the chat.
Fantastic. That was really, really helpful. So thank you for adding that in and giving a little more context. This opportunity to meet the partners is to also think about how each company in the cohort can get most out of those relationships. And that really, I think, helps kind of build a little more context. So thank you so much, Satara, for being here. I know you're incredibly busy, so we appreciate you stepping out and taking the time to meet the cohort, and for your continued support throughout this program. We're so excited to be walking this journey with you.
Thank you, and it's our pleasure. So
wonderful.
All right.
Thank you so much. And Abba, we are coming to the best part of today. Are you excited?
Very, very. Yeah.
This is the best part because this is the chance where we get to meet the companies, and the companies are the reason that we are all here. So this is really, at least my favorite time. We love the partners and NICOM too, but really want an opportunity.
And we love you too. And we love you too.
Thank you, Abba. That's what I needed today. I'm just gonna put this list up so you can all start preparing. This is the order that you will speak in. It's in no particular order this time. What we've asked the companies to prepare today is an opportunity for us to get to know them a little bit better. So first, we want to know who you are as the founder, co-founder, etc. Who are you? Then we want to know your problem. What problem did you identify in the ecosystem that you've created a unique solution for? And then now that you've gotten an opportunity to listen to NICOM, to hear from our partners, We want to know what you want to get out of BimaLab. And this is really an opportunity for us to better understand your goals and your ambitions. We'll ask that you keep it concise so we can get through all of the 10 amazing companies. So try to keep it to 3 minutes. What we'll do is, if you are first on the list, so PayU Technologies, we'll ask that you go off mute, ideally turn on your video, introduce yourself. If you have another co-founder, they can say hello as well. And then we want to hear who you are, your problem, your solution, and what you hope to get out of BimaLab. With that, I'm very excited to have PayU as the first company to share out. So if you can just go off mute, turn on your video so that we can all see you. Yeah, and then we'll yes. Is that Timatope?
Exactly. Can you see me as well?
I can't see you yet.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And I can see you.
Can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see me now?
Yes.
So, my name is Timothy, and I'm the co-founder CEO of PayU Technologies, and name of my company is Tech. I'm trying to solve the market is the problem of low insurance of comprehensive auto insurance. In putting that in perspective, we have well over 30 million vehicles on Nigeria roads, and we barely have 2-point-something million vehicles that are comprehensively insured. So that basically is the problem my company is trying to solve, trying to basically increase the uptake of auto insurance. We've done a number of research work over substantially 4 years within that space. Part of our research work has taken us to 28 states out of the available 35 and FCT, 35 states and FCT. Part of our research has also taken me to on the study Insurtech paper mile in New York, where I had to be in New York in 2017 to train and better understand how to use technology to drive insurance, particularly in the area of auto insurance. So that basically is what the problem we're trying to solve, and what we've been able to do so far. And what do I hope to get out of BimaLab? Simple, strategic partnership with Nikon. You can't be innovating on products and not be a friend of your regulatory body. Partnership with Nikon in Nigeria, partnership across Ghana, partnership across Kenya. So that basically covers, I think, the 4 points on name, company, problem, and what I hope to get out of BimaLab.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. And I think, Abba, I'm sure you can agree, it's great to hear that a core element of being here is to engage meaningfully with the regulator. So thank you for sharing that, and excited that you called that out.
Thank you so much.
Achille or Achille, I hope that I attempted to say the French pronunciation right. SLDRA.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon for those. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. DRA stands for Data Repository and Analytics. So to get started, who am I? My name is Achille Sime. I am originally from Cameroon, born and raised there. I studied in France. I became an actuary. I worked for PwC for 4 years, and I moved to the US in 2005. Insurance company. I've been in the industry for over 18 years, doing actuarial. And in 2017, I gave a seminar in Cameroon while on vacation, and I found out the key issue for insurance companies in Africa were data, how to use data to better serve their clients. So SLDRA, what is it trying to solve as a problem? As you all know, or if you don't know, an insurance product is basically a promise that the insurance company will be there when the insurer needs it. So for that reason, the insurance company do not know the true cost of the product he's selling at the time of sale. So to be able to get closer to the truth, to be able to try to assess the cost of insurance, the insurance company rely on actuarial estimate. That also rely on the availability of credible data. The problem with insurance company in Africa and in many other countries is the lack of credible data to adequately set prices and to adequately run the company, the insurance company. So that scarcity of data lead to insolvency, the inadequacy of pricing, inability to pay claims, and ultimately reduce confidence in the insurance. And we all be talking about the low penetration for centuries. So luckily, I decided to take on the big adventure. We try to assess and to go out and assist insurance company in Africa by creating a product that will, at the first step, aggregate data in a centralized and standardized way, testing those data, because as you all know, the quality of data is key to be able to set the price right. And having aggregated data and having tested this data then provide the necessary statistic and financial information for insurance stakeholders, from insurance company to insurer, to reinsurance company, to regulator, to rating agencies. So this is the problem SLDRA is trying to solve. So what am I expecting out of BimaLab? Is basically we have an MVP that is ready. We are currently work on a few onboarding initiative for early adopters of the technology, and we're looking for Bima as strategic partnership to get us ready for the finish line, to get the product ready for market and to take it to the next level with get the product ready for market and to accelerate move into operation. So with that, I'll thank you very much for selecting me, and look forward for successful journey.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful and great to have a chance to also visually learn a little bit more. I'm sure you'll all hear Tonya loves data. So we know how important data is, accurate data, how we use that data. Excited to see the possible synergy with the work you're doing and some of the other companies in the cohort. So very excited to see how you all can work and interact with one another. We're going to call on or bring in the team from Insurtech for you to share us a little bit about who you are and the problem that you're solving.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm glad to be here today. So my name is Sheon Ayegusi. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Insurtech, Insurtech, and we are, an Insurtech company providing easy access to innovative insurance products for the base of the pyramid in Nigeria. As a person, I have background in the startup Nigerian startup space, background in business development, product management, sales, and growth hacking. Okay, and the major problem we're solving as a company these days, we discovered that in Nigeria, access to insurance coverage for the underserved proves very difficult, as conventional insurance companies or traditional insurance companies lack effective last mile distribution channels to be able to provide insurance coverage to the base of the pyramid, people or consumers living in rural areas, and especially people who do not have access to insurance offices or brokerage or agent offices or even internet coverage. Also, one of the problems we're solving is that there's a complete deficit of insurance technology infrastructure that non-insurance companies looking to offer insurance services as a value-added, as a value-added service to the existing product. There's practically no existing insurance technology infrastructure which these companies can leverage on, to fast track the integration of insurance services into their apps. And this in itself hinders the prospect of insurance penetration and connecting insurance to other ecosystems in Nigeria and in Africa as a whole. However, as a company, we believe APIs or API technology is the future of insurance distribution in Nigeria. And what we do at Insurtech is this: we're an API-based insurance technology company, and we are building an open insurance API platform that basically aggregates insurance products from various insurance companies and delivers them through a simple API access to enable fintechs and other companies across all sectors to easily embed insurance products into their apps and also offer insurance services to their customers, many of whom are uninsured. So as a company, we have been able to provide the base infrastructure that allows companies across all sectors to connect or embed insurance into their application. And we basically focus on micro insurance products as a company. We're into the affordability of insurance products and easy accessibility to insurance products as well. We've been able to configure from motor insurance to micro health insurance to Okada, what we call motorcycle insurance, and tricycle insurance on our API platform, goods in transit, and a whole lot of other insurance products, so that it's easy for companies who want to bundle this product or these insurance services with the existing product. It's easy for them to easily plug it into their application and offer it to their customer ecosystem. So basically, what I'm looking forward to in the BimaLab acceleration is, number one, partnerships. Open BimaLab will be able to open Insurtech to credible partnerships within the Nigerian space, and also in terms of the African space. I'm also open to introductions to key important people in various organizations who could work together to actually promote or deepen insurance penetration in Africa together. Because one thing is key to us at Insurtech, we are democratizing access to insurance through digital ecosystem partnerships. And lastly, I'm also looking forward to the regulatory side of this whole Insurtech that we are doing. how we can have a better, better understanding of one NICOM or how the whole regulatory of web aggregation is going to play in this particular era. So that is that from my end. Thank you very much, everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. If you haven't already chatted with MotorSure, it sounds like there's interesting synergy there. But who knows, maybe you're already friends.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And I think particularly, as Joel shared, one of the elements of BimaLab is our ability to support you in connections to the right people, whether that's engagement with NICOM to understand regulatory requirements or with partners who can support the work that you're doing, both within Nigeria, or if we have people outside that might be interesting connections, we can share those as well. So excited to see the different ways we can support each company to thrive. With that, I'm excited to welcome the team from Turaco.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. It says Rachel, but that's not my name. I'm sitting next to my colleague. I am Annalise Francis. I am head of growth at Turaco, representing the Turaco team. We've got some other members on the call. Also, our co-founder and CEO wish he was joining, but he is traveling at the moment. So for folks that don't know, Turaco is an inclusive Insurtech. We started out in East Africa in 2018. Launching in Kenya and Uganda, and have earlier this year expanded to Nigeria. So I'm actually managing our Nigeria expansion, so super excited to be a part of the cohort, learn from NICOM and the other partners, as well as the other people on the call. And so just a little bit about Turaco. As I said, we are an inclusive Insurtech. So as everyone knows on this call, insurance penetration in sub-Saharan Africa is quite low. And what we've seen at Turaco is it's not really a demand issue, but it's really an issue around access and trust around insurance to the lower income earners that we are distributing our products to. So we are differentiating ourselves from traditional insurers by not making, focusing on education to our customers and making sure that they really have appropriate products that are helping and really bringing value to their lives. They're simple and easy to understand, and really promoting a lot of trust and building within that insurance, the way that insurance works. And so Turaco, we work through B2B partnerships. So partnerships is everything at Turaco. So we see our regulators as partners. We work with licensed underwriters in our markets, as well as B2B partners that could be other fintechs, MNOs, MFIs, banks, in order to distribute insurance, affordable insurance to their users. So everything at Turaco we do is around partnership and building around that ecosystem of how we support our end users. And so, as I mentioned, yes, Turaco focused on mostly health and life insurance through B2B partnerships, and really figuring out a way to provide better access to that through and a payment channel for those lower income earners in order to pay for insurance. Pay for insurance, understand it, trust it. We do a lot of work with our underwriting partners around publicizing when claims are paid and when they're paid fast, and just trying to build that better trust within the community. And so we are really excited, as I mentioned, from East Africa. A lot of the team members in Turaco have done work in Nigeria, either through other micro companies or payment companies, and really excited to be back as a new entity in the country, and looking forward into being a part of BimaLab to gain mentorship and expertise. It's a new market for us, and really understanding kind of localized context for how we work with insurers, how we approach customers and educate them about insurance, and kind of localize our business model. Definitely excited to learn and spend time with the partners. And I think most importantly for us, as it's been said before, kind of the peer networks that we're going to build and learn alongside with. There's some people who are already operating in East Africa that we'd love to connect with. And I'm sure there's overlap in what we're doing with companies in Nigeria. And so again, partnership is everything for us at Turaco. So partnering with NICOM and building those really close relationships, as well as, you know, different people on this team or on this call rather. So really excited to be a part of the cohort. So thank you.
Wonderful. So excited to have you here. I was thrilled when I saw the name because I know you from the Kenya side of things. So really excited to have you joining and learning with all of us, both so that you can share some of your experience in East Africa and help to kind of identify the areas where we can continue to think about how we answer questions about the Nigerian ecosystem and help build the right connections and partnerships. So thrilled to have you here. I'm now going to invite Wella Agent to share. I know that you're part of Wella Health Technologies, but I believe you're going to talk sort of specifically to the problem you're solving today.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Akintobi Olanrewaju. I'm the co-founder and the Chief Operation Officer for Wella Health. So we are a health technology company. We aggregate community pharmacies to provide a streamlined health services for the underserved. We also have helped the insurance company, the health insurance company, to fulfill medications close to the patients. And also we have a micro health plan that we offer to the Nigerian population. So the problems, if you look at the problem of insurance adoption in Nigeria, it's basically the trust, the distribution, and even the education, right? And many on the underserved do not really trust the product because they're not really educated about it. And then the distribution is also a challenge. And then so Wella Health, in driving our own micro health plan, we build a Wella Agent network. We have presence in 8 states and counting, where we use people in the community that people trust in the community, that are educated to drive these insurance products to the last mile. And one of the things that we've done is to offer technology-based agent service to enable insurance products to be sold more easily using our mobile-based software and then through the network of agents across communities in Nigeria. In practice, what this means is that when an insurance company has a product targeting a low-income or informal market, they can load it onto our digital platform. It will become immediately available to thousands of agents who we've recruited and we've trained across Nigeria, and who can themselves try the product and then sell it to their community, thereby increasing the product adoption, increasing trust, and also improving education of those people about the cost saving structure or mechanism of insurance. And that is what we've built across 8 states in Nigeria, so that we can also help insurance companies to be able to drive adoption, to be able to drive their products through our Wella Agent network in Nigeria. And what we are looking for in these, we are excited to be part of this BimaLab. We are really, really happy to be selected. And then so what we are also trying to achieve from this program is a mentorship, ability to connect with subject matter specialists around scaling our agent network, and also improving adoptions of insurance across Nigeria. I'm also looking at having this PALI relationship with the regulatory side to see how we can also develop policies that will actually help with adoption of insurance, because it is it's a market that is still very much untapped, for the population. And so we are looking forward to get all of these insights, partnership, and also, be part of a company that is bringing about significant change in insurance adoption in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think, I'm excited that you called out mentorship. One of the elements of our program is to provide and connect each company with a unique mentor who will walk the journey for this program and then ideally beyond. And we've seen those mentors link with great partners, access to funding, and generally just wonderful advice. So an element of the program that we think is really beneficial.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. So Care.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm super excited to be here today and being selected into this program. My name is Nosoprum, and I'm the founder and chief group leader at Accelerator. At Accelerator, our mission is to ensure that everyone have access to quality healthcare, irrespective of their socioeconomic condition, which is why we accept cash or allow the public to donate recyclables as form of premium. Like Akintobi mentioned earlier, the problem in Nigeria is we face low penetration of insurance. Millions of people see insurance as luxury. The low-income people have basic healthcare, basic needs, which are more focused on feeding, shelter, and other needs. So for them, health is really not a priority. And to thousands of people, insurance is more like an expensive luxury designed just for the rich. So as a company, we thought of how best can we bring insurance to low-income people without having to stress them, bridge the gap in trust, distribute the policy, without people having to feel that they are paying for this premium. So we looked at an environment where waste was piling up. Nigeria generates over 32 million tons of waste and about 20 billion plastic bottles, of which less than 5% of these materials are collected and recycled. Again, insurance penetration is low, so both problems are huge and catastrophic. As a company, we thought of how best can we use one of the problems to tackle the problem. Plastic creates environmental pollution. Plastic turns to breeding ground for mosquitoes when they brought drainage systems, creating malaria that affects millions of people. Again, insurance penetration is very low, which means there are no safety net for low-income people when they have to access quality healthcare. So understanding that both problems are there, we designed a simple embedded insurance where low-income people can either pay cash or donate their recyclables across our drop-off locations, of which this waste are sold and the proceeds are converted into health fund to enable them to have access to quality healthcare. Currently, we serve over 2,900 people. We've been able to recycle 140,000 kilos of plastic, and we are upscaling very fast. We've signed a partnership with River State government to be able to recycle additional 6,000 tons of waste that will provide insurance to over 70,000 people this year. So we are excited joining this program, and we look forward to what this program will offer us in terms of partnerships, network, and connection that can help us scale our mission of ensuring that millions of people can have access to quality healthcare, irrespective of their socioeconomic condition. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and so exciting to hear about your organization, the type of impact that you hope to have. And I think as we explore the different ways to support, we really appreciate hearing the different elements you all hope to get out of the program. So really excited, and just listening and hearing the possible synergy already between what different companies are doing, how you might work together, build on one another. So really excited. Handing over now to the team from Azanu, Africa.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Comfort Onyagam. Yes, I'm the founder and CEO of Izanu Africa. I'm excited to be selected, amongst others, to be part of the program. The problem we're trying to solve really is a problem that affects everyone. And the question then is, how do we even address food security in Africa without securing food by mitigating risks for smallholder farmers, from seed to table? And we're all aware that the smallholder farmers contribute over 80% of the food that we eat. Also, climate change and variability are one of the main drivers of low agricultural productivity globally. And crop production losses, has exacerbated as a result of weather, change in climatic conditions. And, the losses experienced in 2018 alone was up to the tune of $250 billion. So smallholder farmers currently, according to the microinsurance network, have only 1%, 0.1% of them have access to microinsurance products in Nigeria. And we are also aware that this is also as a result of the fact that the traditional insurance companies have not been able to structure the insurance products in a manner that allows for the smallholder farmers, bulk of which contribute to the food we eat, to adopt. And there's a negative perception about insurance generally, not only among the smallholder farmers, even among the commercial farmers. And then, so as a company, we're looking to, we are leveraging simple technological solution, which is context specific, to aggregate and democratize access to insurance product, right? Microinsurance specifically for smallholder farmers. And we're targeting the emerging and the frontier market. So as to what we hope to get from this program, so at the point when we pivoted our solution to insurance, we figured there were a lot of hurdles, and the insurance sector is highly regulated. So as it is, it means if we have to go through a third party, like maybe the insurance brokers, we'll be losing a lot because we are a company that is out there also, even though it's an impact solution, we're also out to make profit. So we're looking to harness the opportunity, or to leverage the opportunity that BimaLab has offered us to work with NICOM, which is the regulatory body in Nigeria, to see how some of the policies that stands as a bottleneck for us to operate in the sector would be addressed. We want that seamless entry and enabling environment to doing business. We're also looking to leverage this to gain access to other markets in other African countries. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Comfort.
I have my co-founder here. Richard, do you want to say hi? Hello, Richard. Are you on the call?
Yeah, I'm on the call. Hello, everybody. It's nice to be on this call, and it's nice to hear from all of the very driven founders on board. I'm excited to be a part of this. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Richard and Comfort. It's wonderful to have both of you here. I think we have some really interesting research that's been done around adoption of insurance for farmers that we'll explore during this program, and lessons that can be used universally. Abba, as you heard, another call out to NICOM. I hope the NICOM team is hearing how popular you are, and so excited to be able to facilitate those interactions as well. All right. 3 more. I can't wait to hear. And Richard, I love the way you said the level of thoughtful, excited entrepreneurs who I really think are going to get the most out of this program. I'm going to hand it over to GAMP Technology Limited.
Hi guys, my name is Bulo Motayo and I'm the co-founder CEO at GAMP. And at GAMP, we are an Insurtech for consumer electronics in Africa. Our story is pretty simple. Growing up, I had a broken desktop computer that I found unnecessarily expensive and unnecessarily difficult to fix. And then moving into the university, I found out that my friends were having the same problem. I had that problem far back as 2005, getting to the university. About 6 years after that or something, people were still having the same problem. And then I knew that something was wrong because their experience was the same as mine. was unnecessarily difficult and unnecessarily expensive to fix. During the pandemic, I had an experience where I couldn't reach out to a motorcycle guy. So there's this motorcycle guy that I call whenever I need to pick stuff up. And so when I met him after the lockdown, he said it was not reachable because his device broke. He didn't know where to fix it or how to go about it. And then he couldn't afford it, even if there was a way. So then it was pretty simple. There needs to be a way for people to be able to fix their devices very easily. And there needed to be a way for people to get that done very affordably. In developed markets, we have solutions like the Apple Care Plus. We have solutions like the Samsung Care Plus, which typically acts like insurance products to cover for incidents like that. But those things don't exist on the continent. So we founded GAMP, which of course is an Insurtech for consumer electronics. And what we do is we partner with retailers, agents, OEMs to distribute protection products for device owners. Again, the idea is just very simple. If your device breaks, we would not be having this call. I would not be on this call right now. Turako would not be able to move to Nigeria easily. So that's how important what we are doing is to the ecosystem. And then that's how important partnerships are for us to be able to drive our goals. I think the next question is, what do I want to get out of this? What I want to get out of this is access to stakeholders and mentorship. I also want to get access to relevant existing information and data. I have a rough estimate that less than 0.5% of devices on the continent have protection on them. That's just like a rough estimate, like what is currently existing. I need access to those data. I need access to help us scale. We have ambition to scale across different markets on the continent, and then where possible, access to funding. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Bolu. And I think I appreciate that you shared your personal story. The team from BFA Global is going to introduce themselves and talk about how they're supporting this program. But one thing they're going to call out is the importance of telling your own story, knowing your own why. And when you're solving a problem that is meaningful to you, you are that much more dedicated to fixing it. So thank you for adding your color to why you're here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Terry.
Yeah, thank you very much. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to share my screen so that, yeah. Second, please.
There we go. I will stop presenting so that you can present.
Okay, yeah. Is that, can you see that?
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, so my name is Temi Tokwe. I am the co-founder and CEO of Ateri. And as you can see, Ateri is our solution is easy healthcare access and financing for Africa and the diaspora. So on my team, we have some amazing folks, right, who have spent decades in the health care sector. We have Ayomide, we have Daniel. And what are the problems that we are trying to solve? And in the healthcare sector, right, we spoke to more than 300 customers, prospective customers, people who have experience, whether they are patients, whether they are doctors, whether they are pharmacists, whether they are lab scientists and all that. We spoke to more than 300 and to come to the solution that we are offering as Ateri. The first problem we are trying to address is information access. The insurance an health coverage sector in Nigeria, in Africa generally. There is so many options to choose from, which is a positive, right? But it's also very, very difficult to go through all those options to make informed decisions, right? Also, with respect to financing, financing, whether it's insurance plans or whether it's out-of-pocket expenses, because not all care is covered by insurance, right? It's very difficult for a lot of people. Most financing providers, they don't know enough about the healthcare sector, right? So they shy away. How do they, provide credit scoring for somebody who wants to do an operation that's not covered by insurance, for example? How do they do all that? It's very difficult for them, right? So they shy away from that. So the solution that Ateri is offering can be described in one sentence as easily accessible financing and decision-making systems layered into key services that healthcare consumers and providers use, right? Now we are starting off with two products, which is Cover by Ateri. Now Cover by Ateri is health insurance at zero upfront cost, right? If you want to get an health insurance, you don't have to wait until that money you are expecting comes in, right? You can get started today at €0. That's our option. We've been in beta, we are working with partners. In fact, some of the partners that we are in the early stages of working with, they are also part of this cohort, right? So another layer for that, with respect to the bottom of pyramid, is offering them alternative payment options. That is them being able to pay with their waste, right? So we already have partnerships with recycling organizations. So we are focusing on the insurance, on the financing, while we let the insurers, the HMOs, do the HMO effectively and let the recyclers do their recycling very effectively. So we aggregate that partnership and we fund it so that everybody can get their health insurance today, not tomorrow, right? Now, the second product, which has been the public product that everybody knows us with, is Care Money by Ateri, which is beyond insurance. There are other expenses on the health, right? So if you are buying insurance with us through our financing solution, we also pre-qualify you for out-of-pocket expenses or advances, or you can also apply for these out-of-pocket advances directly on our website, www.ateri.africa. Now, if you are a care provider, we have technology to help you to refer people who need financing for their health at your facility. We also have the technology for you to make claims. For that, we also have the technology for you yourself to be able to apply for financing for your needs. Thank you very much. And to mention why we're here, right? The reason why we're here was that we first encountered FSD Africa's press release. And the key two things we took away from that was that mentorship is available here. We are building the financing layer for health insurance, for the health sector generally. It's extremely important to be able to work with key players like Nikon, like other regulators who actually can help us, cut the mistakes we make along the way and all that. Also, there was also the layer about connection to funding. So those two things, the mentorship and the access to funding, they are the reason that we are here today. So thank you very much for listening.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you called out again. Mentorship was a huge part of this program, but also access and support to financing, whether it is to understanding where to go within the Nigerian ecosystem or additional resources or linkages. As we listen to our partners, they'll talk about the funding opportunities that they have as well. So those are elements that we'll also explore. So thank you for sharing. Excellent. And last but not least, we're going to hear from Patty Cover Limited.
Okay, hi everyone. Hi Emma.
Hi.
Okay, so good afternoon. My name is Toby Obasa. I'm a co-founder and the CBO for PaddyCover. My co-founder Maiwa Olabi is co-founder and CEO of PaddyCover. And PaddyCover is simply an Insurtech company that is trying to make insurance available for everyone. And two key ways we do that is via embedded insurance, right? So we try to embed insurance into the daily lifestyle and touch points of people such that there is no learning curve and such that they don't have to compete for share of wallet or share of mind. And what that means is that for every consumer that falls into that insurance bracket, you have people who are already in the insurance net and understand the usefulness or the benefits of insurance. And also you have people who are outside the insurance net. And we try to capture these two sets of people by providing access to premium financing such that if you want to buy insurance, say for example, vehicle comprehensive insurance, we can finance the premium with our underwriter partner, and then the insurer pays instrumentally, whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly. And we've been able to pilot this with Safe Border, TZT, and a lot of companies. We are not restricted to one product, so we sell across various insurance products. For us, the key things are to build, mitigate risk and build resilience amongst the people, amongst our customer base. We provide credit life insurance, health insurance, gadget insurance, POS terminal insurance, which is basically suited to mobile money agents, and also bottom of the pyramid insurance that is broken down into daily, weekly, or monthly payments. And we have system in place that helps in collection of these instrumental payments. So basically, PaddyCover enables access to insurance and also flexibility around payments for insurance, right? And that's basically what we do. In terms of what we want from the regulator, is simply helping us to get our microinsurance license. So we're at a point where we want to get our microinsurance license, and we would need considerable help from the regulator in order to get that. We want to scale across multiple markets because we believe it's the same problem around, especially markets where you have to pay insurance once in a bulk sum, right? We want to help break that down and make it available in chunks so people can pay what we call small or pay as you go insurance. Thank you very much. It'll be nice to meet. It's nice to meet everyone, and we hope we can collaborate with every other person on the call.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to have you here with us. I know Abba is thrilled for yet another NICOM shout out. But I also think one of the other reasons people are excited about this program is thinking about not only how do you strengthen your product for the market that you're in, but also how do you think about expansion, right? Tarako is a great example. In East Africa, expanding to West Africa. There may be other companies in this cohort who are excited about the same thing, or maybe who want to partner with a company in Kenya to offer your solution here, right? So many connections and synergies that we can provide. So very excited to meet you all. Abba, anything you want to say? I've dominated. I'd love to hear from you.
No, not really. You are doing a very wonderful job. Interestingly, almost everybody is talking about the regulator. They want to partner with the regulator. The regulator is holding the license. So many things. Interestingly, we NICOM is ever ready to partner with all the cohorts in whatever aspect that is not violating the law. And we are fully pledging to support technological advancement of the insurance industry. What is interesting is when we are looking at the underserved, it's not only the poor, we also have the young generation who are not, I can say, fundamentally into insurance, and bringing technology into it is one of the fastest way to bring them on board. So interestingly, most of the cohorts are into technology, related businesses that can incline to insurance business. And I assured you that the Commission will do its best in supporting them, in giving them the necessary guidance and all that is required.
Thanks so much. That's wonderful. For timing, what I'm going to do is just briefly walk through the program overview, and hopefully that'll answer some questions that you might have, including how you might engage with the regulator. Comfort, at the end, we'll come back for more targeted questions if we have time, but I just want to make sure we have a little bit of time to walk through our program, who will be supporting the program, and the different ways that we'll learn together. This will just give you a bit of a bigger picture. And then if we have time, we'll go to questions. You can also drop any questions you have in the chat, and I'll try to make sure that I answer them as I'm speaking. So I'm really excited to walk through the program overview for BimaLab Nigeria. During this program, we're going to be joined by BFA Global, who will be supporting in a couple of key sessions. Celine, when you can, I'd love to have you do a quick introduction of yourself, and I'll briefly highlight the areas you'll be leaning in, but would love to hear a brief introduction from you as well.
Absolutely. Thanks, Emma. Hi, everybody. What an exciting cohort that we have for this program. Very excited to be here. So my name is Céline Duros. I'm a consultant for BFA Global. We focus on financial inclusion, and that's one of the areas. Myself, I've been the head of business development for a parametric insurance company for more than 2 years, and I also have other experiences in fintech and financial services. So, I mean, I'm going to let Emma deep dive, but really where we're going to be in just one sentence, where we're going to be, attempting to bring the most value for you with the hours that we spend together with the BFA team is really on the customer acquisition. We know that, a business that doesn't have a big database of customers is not going to grow. And what we wish is really to make sure that we can give you tools to grow as fast as possible. So that's where we're going to be really focusing on the hours that we spend together. So really looking forward to starting very soon with you, and lovely to get the chance to meet you a bit more in the upcoming sessions over the next weeks. Thanks, Emma.
Thanks so much. I have a little visitor who's come, so if you hear any noises from a small child, it's mine. So thank you, Celine. Wonderful to have you here. I don't know if we have any teammates from Wenovation that are able to speak, but if we do, we're also being supported by Wenovation, who will be leaning in a variety of sessions and helping allow you access to their to the vast resources that they have, particularly some of the unique connections they have around funding. So if you are able to hop in and share a little bit more, we'd love to hear from you. If not, we'll be able to interact with you more in further sessions. All right, so just to give you a little bit of a high-level overview, we'll have 10 weeks of engagement where we learn together. During this time, we'll focus on 5 core elements. The first is value proposition, and thinking about your lean canvas. The second will dig into your customers and will connect customers and product around your sales strategy and how you think about ensuring that you're actually getting to the right customer and you're telling them the right story. Then we'll look at your growth strategy. We'll explore different business models that have been successful at growth in the insurance space. And at the end, we'll think about what it means to develop and grow a healthy company. Having been in the startup ecosystem for over a decade, one of the things I've learned is often we focus on building our product and we don't always think as intentionally about building our team. So that's one of the important things that we want to think about and that we'll walk through. Just a couple, I'm going to walk through these with a couple of highlights. So this week, there are two ways we're going to engage, and I want to remind you because one of the sessions is tomorrow. Today, we're meeting everyone. Tomorrow, we're going to learn from Henry Mascott, who is the CEO and founder at Curacell, who will walk through his journey in entrepreneurship and share a little bit of his wisdom and insights. This week, given that you're already with us twice, we won't have our typical entrepreneurship session. I have already shared Lean Canvas materials with you. Please take time to work on those this week or to modify or revise what you already have. This provides huge insight to myself, Celine, the team at Innovation to understand your solution, your problem, your financial model, your customers. The following week, we're going to be joined by NICOM. So for those of you who that's who you're excited about, they'll be with us next week to talk about regulatory requirements for Insurtechs. And then you're going to spend some time with me talking about your business models and sharing your business models with other teammates. Share where you have opportunities, challenges, things like that. As we move into our second cycle of learning, you'll have office hours with the regulator. This is a time where you'll have the opportunity to set up one-on-one meetings with NICOM to talk about your unique requirements, to ask any questions, and to work on any of the certification processes that you need done. During this time, we're going to focus for business on the sales process. The approach to sales, how do you tell your story in a meaningful way? And during this time, in our speaker sessions, we're going to look at the ways in which companies like Prudential Assurance have made a digital transformation. And we're also going to spend some time digging into research to better understand customer acquisition in underserved markets. And how do we think about reaching those customers that are hard to reach, right? Abba said it's not just those in remote areas or low income. It can include access to a younger population who may not think that they need insurance, right? So there's lots of different customers we're seeking to engage with. We will also begin during this cycle to connect you with unique advisors. So one of the elements of the program is actually access to an advisor, sometimes two, who can help you with more unique and targeted support. This might be a technical gap, so something with the actual technology of your platform that you need help with. This might be growth strategy or support around finding funders, speaking to funders. So you'll give us some information about where you need the most help, and we'll work to find someone who will help you in that specific area. So that's another component of support that you'll receive. We'll then jump into looking at your product and thinking about, now you deeply understand your customer. Does your product actually meet your customer's need? So we'll look at the role of technology in insurance. We'll dig into data policies, which from the team from SL, DRA, It's really important that you deeply understand these and that you're thinking about data best practices. For our business session, we'll be joined by Wenovation, who will walk us through product development and product road mapping. Please bring your technical team to this session. And then we'll have an opportunity to come back thinking about your sales plan and how does your product and what you're selling and who you're selling to create your sales plan. So those are that brings us sort of through the who we serve and the problem we're solving and how we're solving that problem. We're then going to move into growth strategy. And the goal here is to think about how do you actually scale and what does scale mean? Scale might mean growth of customers. Scale might mean impact in multiple areas or growth across a region. So we'll look at different ways that founders scale. We'll also think about business models. What are the structures that typically work effectively? And we'll have an opportunity to get some real insight on what business model you might want to explore. Then we'll have an opportunity to dig into how you think about innovating for scale. We'll also, during this time, talk about funding. This is an opportunity to demystify funding strategies, to think about what your company needs, which may not be a VC investor, right? So it's important to understand what's going to be sort of most important as it relates to scale and growth. Last but not least, we will explore what it means to have a healthy company. During this time, we'll talk about how you grow your organizational capacity, how you think about the right hires for where you are, and how you avoid cutting corners by hiring the wrong people because they're at the right cost. So we'll talk about that. We'll think about how your mission, vision, and values drive the work that you do as a company. As we've listened, right, many of you are driven by more than an economic desire, right? All of you. You're thinking about solving real problems for real people. And that mission, vision, values drives not only how you think about your core product, but how you think about your team. We'll then look at partnerships. What does it take to have successful partnerships? And finally, we'll think about demo day prep. So this is an opportunity to prepare you and ensure that you're ready to engage with the community that will come together for demo day. Our final week together is all about demo day. During this time, we will still have our speaker session. The goal here is to listen to those who spend a lot of time with investors talking about the best way to engage. This also will apply for partners, for potential individuals you want to work with. And then we'll host Demo Day. Demo Day is an opportunity for you to showcase your solution in a hybrid event that brings together key players in the insurance industry, funders, possible partners, possible customers, for you all to interact with, to share your solution, and then ideally for you to interact a little bit more closely with those who are interested in the kind of solution that you're providing. So that's really what we're sort of, that is the overall program. I'm going to pause there. I've shared a lot of information. I'll share this all again. You'll get a lot of emails from us. If there are questions about the offerings or the ways that we're helping, so for the sessions that you'll have, so typically This program is going to have some in-person elements and some virtual elements. We'll work to indicate quite in advance when we will do anything in person. For example, if you are going to meet with the team at NICOM, unless you are near the NICOM offices, you'll likely have those sessions virtually. Many of your mentors, some will be in Nigeria and may be close to you, but others, maybe in Lagos, maybe not. But it's likely that you will have those virtual conversations. So you'll really need to set up sort of what works best for either your mentor, the times that you're scheduling office hours, etc. There will be certain ways that BimaLab will facilitate. We will provide you with access to emails to set up those meetings or access to a Calendly that you'll be able to schedule sessions on. So we'll provide those resources. We won't set the meetings up for you directly, but we'll give you all the tools you need to have them. Any other questions? If you think of one, please feel free to jump in. For next steps, so just so that you all have a little bit of a preview of what's coming next. Tomorrow, we'll have our first speaker session. This will be a virtual speaker session, so please join in. We try to have speaker sessions not during work hours. We also invite members of the broader community to join. So you can feel free if you would like to come as well, if you would like to invite others to come as well, you can forward them the calendar invite and they're welcome to join in the session. We'll be joined by Henry Mascott, who, as I said, is the founder and CEO at Curacell. He'll be walking through his journey as an Insurtech founder, sharing about the different experiences he's had, challenges, tribulations. Check out his LinkedIn so you're ready to ask questions. Then we'll have another speaker session with NICOM the following week. Check your calendar invites so that you can see when these sessions will be held. That will also be virtual. And then we'll have our first entrepreneurship session together on Friday, the 25th, I believe. I will update that, but it should be on all of your calendars. From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. West Africa time. We hope, as Elias shared, to have a meetup for those who are close together when he's in Nigeria. So we'll be sharing a little bit more information with you about meetups and other events that you can attend in person to build community, to get to know one another. So those are sort of the key updates. We look forward to seeing you all at the speaker session tomorrow. And I am thrilled to have met everyone in the cohort and so grateful for our partners and for NICOM for being here. I am going to pause if there are any additional questions before I have Abba close. All right, Abba, I'll let you say your closing remarks and make sure that we appreciate everyone we need to before we close out. Abba, anything you'd like to add?
Well, Emma, I think you can go ahead and close. Abba isn't available yet.
Ah, perfect. All right. Well, I want to take time to thank everyone who's joined us today. First and foremost, to thank NICOM for being one of the implementing partners and helping to ensure that this is a successful accelerator program, to the team at FSD Africa, to the Swiss Foundation for your commitment to supporting the work that we're doing, to every single individual in the cohort who shared who you are, your story, and helped us to better understand how we can serve you. We're so excited to be here with all of you, and really excited for us to learn together tomorrow at our speaker session. So thank you all so much, and I hope that you have a great rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you all tomorrow evening.
Very much.
Thank you, Emma.
Thank you, Emma.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Emma, thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.